Christina Powell, better known as Christy, is the mother from San Antonio, Texas. Christy's mother reported her missing on July the 6th, and over the weekend, Saturday, July the 23rd, 3 weeks after she went missing, her body has been found. Christy had also called her employer that morning to let them know that she was running late. So hours after she left her house, one of her co-workers went to her house because Christy had never showed up to work at the law firm. Christy's 12-year-old son answered the door, and he was very confused because he thought his mother was at work. When it was learned that Christy never made it into the law office where she had just recently started working as a paralegal, she had only been working there for like a week. Her mom and son became very worried and concerned. On July the 23rd, Christy's mother said just hours before her body was discovered, she said that her daughter had left her cell phone and her Apple Watch at home the day she disappeared, and that there had been no activity on Christy's bank cards following her disappearance. Christy's phone was found on her bathroom counter, but it was also found that she left all of her medication behind as well, medication that she did rely on. Then at around 6:45 p.m. on Saturday, July the 23rd, the San Antonio Police Department received a call to check on an injured or sick person that was in a vehicle in the parking lot of a medical center shopping plaza. When officers arrived on the scene, there was a security guard that approached them. The guard proceeded to tell the officers that he had come upon a quote-unquote suspicious vehicle. This was a black 2020 Nissan Rogue, and it had been parked in the same location for about a week. The security guard went on to tell police that he approached the vehicle himself on foot, and he quickly noticed that there was a very foul odor coming from the vehicle. He looked into the windows of the vehicle, and he seen that there was a body in the front passenger seat, and that is when he called 911. Police were able to identify the body as missing Christy. They had found her purse in the vehicle, and it did contain her identifying information. The shopping plaza where Christy was found is only about 4 miles from her house. A cause of death has not yet been determined, and this is pending the autopsy examination by the Bexar County Medical Examiner, though the police have classified her passing as an apparent sudden death. Police have also noted in their statement that there was no signs of apparent trauma. Christy's best friend, Lauren Leal, has agreed with Christy's mother in saying that there was nothing about the morning of July the 5th that seemed out of the ordinary at all, and she had not seen anything that would make her concerned for Christy's safety.
For the last 3 weeks, it's been held.
And it isn't getting any better for Lauren Leal. She just found out her best friend, who was more like a sister, is dead.
It's very hard. Just knowing I'll never see her or talk to her. The fact that this car might have been there for up to 3 weeks and it wasn't, reported until the last week, it's hard for me to understand.
Leal says the shopping center is not close to her friend's work.
It's hard, but I think trying to put all the pieces together is even more frustrating. Was her car there this whole time? If it wasn't, where was it? And so just pray that we can find out the details.
Lauren went on to say that, quote, "I don't believe she would ever want her kids to go through what they are going through right now." Christy took pride in being a mom. San Antonio police has said that the investigation is still very active and ongoing, but despite the mystery and the slew of all these unanswered questions, foul play is not suspected. Now, Christy's mother did tell investigators that a couple of days before she went missing, that she had gotten into a little argument with her ex-husband through a text message. The investigators asked her mom, was this something unusual? And her mom said, well, yeah, they don't really argue much anymore, but they used to fight like cats and dogs. Now that's just throwing that out there because her mom did put it out there. However, keep in mind that the police did say there was no apparent trauma and they do not suspect any foul play. It's also not really known at this time if her vehicle actually sat in that parking lot for an entire 3 weeks. The security guard said he had been noticing it for about a week being there, but her mom also said that there was no activity on her bank card. So my guess is that her vehicle probably did sit there for the entire 3 weeks. Hard to fathom that with the weather being like in the triple digits for the past month, and the heat, and all the windows was up in the vehicle. It's just even hard to imagine that the vehicle would have sat there with her deceased body in it for that long in a very busy medical center parking plaza, and no one had noticed it. Let's keep Christy's mother and children in our thoughts and prayers. I do believe when the autopsy report results do come back, they're going to tell a big story of what happened to her. Thank you all so much for listening, and until next time, this is Unjustified.
Powell's mother also told me tonight that she is heartbroken and said this is one of the hardest things she's had to do. San Antonio police say this investigation is far from over.
Thank you so much for watching, and do not forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave us a comment below on your thoughts of this video. And until next time, this is Unjustified.